Into the old church. Wow. Oh my.
That's amazing.
This was started roughly what year, do you know?
1072.
Oh, wow.
So this was, if you see the brass lines underneath,
Yes?
you see, they were, that's the site of the original Dunfermline Priory. I'm just going to put the other lights on.
Wow.
So Queen Margaret, when she came here from Hungary, Queen Margaret, I haven't got with me the keys for the lights underneath. The foundations underneath, sorry, underneath the underneath is the original priory.
Okay. So that's basically the outline of the original.
This is the original church underneath us.
Wow.
And built by Queen Margaret, wife of Malcolm Canmore, Malcolm III.
Okay.
All right. So she founded the priory. Her son, King David I of Scotland, elevated it to abbey status about 30 years later, and he built this. Wow. And also that. That part fell down after the Reformation of 1560. It went into ruin and was rebuilt in 1818, which is why Bruce, his tomb, is there, and no other tomb exists through here.
Okay. Fascinating.
Queen Margaret, the founder of the original priory, was buried here. Her husband, Malcolm III, was killed at the Battle of Alnwick, along with their son, Prince Edward, fighting the English in the border region, in Northumberland. King Malcolm was interred at Tynemouth in the north of England. On hearing of his death and the death of their son, Prince Edward, Queen Margaret died 2 days later in Edinburgh Castle, and she was buried where I'm standing. Okay, so that's where she was originally buried, Queen Margaret. She was interred. Her husband was exhumed from Tynemouth and brought to lie beside her 100 years later, and then the two of them were brought out in 1250 and moved to the shrine at the far end on the outside. When you're outside, you'll see St Margaret's Shrine. Okay. So that was her second burial place. She was originally buried here. Okay. The next stage was through there. She was moved again. Right. She was moved 3 times. She was moved to the Scots College in Douai in France, in the northeast France. And from there on in, she was taken into, her body was taken into custody of King Philippe of Spain. And we don't know what happened after that. So 4 times she was moved.
No, what is the reason for moving her body?
To protect the body from reformers, they would have taken the souvenirs.
Okay.
Or sold
Okay.
part of it.
Interesting.
So for the same reason, King Robert the Bruce may not have been in the place where he lies all the time. Some people say he was further up because the annals of Dunfermline say he was born to the southwest of the choir of Dunfermline Abbey. That would put him about 30 or 40 feet further up from where he is just now. So the people that think that think he was moved at the Reformation by the monks.
Right.
So this was a Catholic church, he was a
Right.
Catholic king. They would have had to try and move him, to try and protect his body from being pilfered.
Now David is the son, right?
David is his son.
Son of Bruce, okay.
No, David the First was the son of Queen Margaret and King
Okay.
Malcolm. King Robert the Bruce is much later on. He's much later on. He's 300 years later on
Okay.
from all this happening.
Okay.
So, but Robert was probably moved at the Reformation to where he is just now. But most folks say, no, we think he was there all the time.
Okay.
Because you're only talking about 30 feet.
Right.
But if the monks moved him to protect the body, they couldn't have moved him very far because the body was found, it was in a stone sarcophagus. They would have had to do it in the darkness. They couldn't use horses for fear of their life.
Right.
So they would have maybe just slid him in the mud.
Right.
So that's why we kind of think that if he was moved, it was only 30 feet. But
Okay.
irrespective of where he started, that's where he is.
Yeah.
The tower outside that says King Robert the Bruce was not part of the original plans of Dunfermline Abbey, the new abbey. Okay, the Royal Remembrancer only instructed the architect to change the plans when they found the tomb. Now what they found was a male skeleton in front of the high altar, clearly a royal burial, stone coffin lined in oak, male body covered in pitch and tar. With black and white marble fragments throughout, Bruce ordered his own tomb marble from Turin in Italy, and it was black and white. All right. The royal threads were still around about him, but more importantly, the breastbones were removed, and that, of course, was to take his heart out, to take
Brave
the
heart.
Crusades.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the two. So we're getting some work done. So you've got some scaffolding.
Oh,
The two stone sarcophaguses over here, that one there. And then there's
sarcophagus.
it's a coffin. A coffin.
Okay, I see.
Unfortunately, it's behind the scaffolding, but there's a better one over here.
Okay.
That is the coffins of Prince Ethelred and Prince Edmund, the two other sons of Queen Margaret.
Okay.
We remember it by the 3 E's. Edward was buried over here beside his mum after he died in the Battle of Alnwick. Edmund and Ethelred, that's their two tombs here. They were still buried something around about here. You'll see it around the corner.
Wow.
So in here you've got David the First. Probably over there, because that was the original high altar over there.
Okay.
That's still, that block there, that's still the rood screen from the original high altar. So David the First is there, Alexander the First is there, and Edgar, King Edgar of Scotland. There's 6 kings in here. And
Fascinating.
so this is what the locals call the Old Kirk.
Okay.
And the window up there shows you the main people, Margaret and Malcolm, and Bruce. Who's that?
Oh, Bruce is in there?
Hang on a second. I get mixed up with all the windows. Walls. So the 4 most important people for the Abbey, I suppose, would be Malcolm Canmore and Queen Margaret in the centre, Robert the Bruce on the right, and William Wallace on the left. The door there, that's we call that locally the bride's door. So it's the Great Western Door. It'll be open this afternoon, which is only usually open for royalty and brides. So that's why it's called the bride's door. The group.
Wow. Magnificent. Well, thank you very much for caring enough to take the time to show us this and tell us the history.
Yeah, well, it's the same because this on a Sunday, this place is closed until 1 o'clock.
Okay.
When Historic Scotland come in.
Okay.
And then their staff operate it from 1
I
o'clock
see.
onwards. which means that if someone's at the service, we have to say to them, could you now go somewhere else and come back in an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's
Which
kind
is
of
a bit
interesting.
crazy.
I didn't realize that scenario existed, and it's a real treat for us to have you.
Well, it's
Take
only on a
us back
Sunday. The other 6 days of the week, it's open, the whole thing, the palace, the monastery, is
Okay.
open from 10 o'clock till 4.